The establishment is a brewery and tap room together, so we make all our beer on site. We also serve it here on site in our tap room, so we'll have anywhere between 8 to 15 beers available. We sell our cans here as well. We also sell our barrel-aged wild beer here, and we have a cellar program that's also available that we're running. The establishment really started off as a place where we gathered, a home that we homebrewed in. We were living there and homebrewing in the basement. And we called it the establishment because we found a sign on one of our trips out to the West Coast in a thrift shop. It just says the establishment, do not disturb. So we started calling the house that.
When Mike from the establishment and I started talking, this was earlier this year, obviously we got into our conversation about, hey, what are the top requirements that this machine has to do? Like, what's the dissolved oxygen pickup? This is what we've seen with our experience mobile canning. We want to make sure that we can hit these targets and make sure that our beer, lasts in cans for months and months and months while it sits on shelves. And Mike was a total hard ass when it came to quality and really diving in. I think he called probably every single one of our customers here in the city and had many conversations about what is impossible and what everyone else is seeing. And
so I think for us it's really important to have flexibility with carbonation levels. So what I really liked about the cask system is the ability to kind of control foam on beer with low carbonation, and also the ability to kind of control breakout for high carbonated beers as well. Another really important thing was being able to change out the fill heads to potentially do mixed culture beer or Brett beer in the future. So we like that flexibility as well. Yeah, the footprint was a bit of a challenge because we didn't have a lot of linear space. Like, we kind of had like a square to work with, and yeah, we were able to, with the engineering team, we were able to kind of like squeeze it in there somehow. Just the way that the decal had the offloading, and we were able to kind of get some custom pieces built to minimize our footprint. With the V6 line, having the 6 fill heads, it feels like we can grow into it. At the moment, it's quite fast, but we also like to push the limits of what beer can taste like, because homebrewing is kind of about experimentation. We're just catching up with the scientific knowledge in brewing, and so we're kind of like brewing traditional styles, but also kind of pushing it and seeing what we can do with kind of new styles and new ingredients. One of the unique styles that we make here at the establishment is our barrel-aged wild beer, and so we put that beer in barrels, and it takes anywhere from 8 months to 3 years to mature and develop a little bit of acidity and some really novel characteristics by virtue of the wild cultures in there. And then it's kind of like a labor of love where we get a chance to blend all the different barrels, because each barrel has a different personality. We can't quite control what's happening in them. We're not really rewriting the book on any of this. This is we're drawing on inspiration from Belgian breweries. They've been doing this for generations, so we're happy to introduce this to the Alberta market, and hopefully you get a chance to try something unique.